Good morning, everyone. Today is 24th June, Thursday. Let's start preparing the setup. Yesterday we did talk about the Bajaj PMSV. It broke to the upside, and now let's see which we have a squeeze over here and it's breaking to the upside. Um, it's not fully open, but if we can see the momentum is up, volume is rising, and we have a this inside, just like inside candle, and breakout to the upside. If nifty support if nifty support, we can go long on that, but right now nifty at the double top thing, holding that level, pushing down. 20 ma 20 SMA is still holding as a support right now. Close below that, we can create a new sell-off to the support over here. The previous support is like here, right? The previous resistance become support now. So I'm not very bullish right now. I'm just looking for this support to be hold. I think Nifty will go sideways, and I don't want to predict anything, but uh, generally Nifty goes sideways near the top. Once we get a bullish momentum over here near the breakout, then I can and then we can see then another new rally to the upside. But till then, I'm thinking this double top can hold for a while. Momentum is decreasing right now near the zero, 162 right now, but near to the zero. Once I started momentum picking up, then we want to go long. More trades we can take. Right now we are reducing the trade size, not taking many trades. Hold on us. Another one is bank nifty also in a squeeze this range in the bank nifty, creating a squeeze, the momentum to the downside, increasing momentum to the downside. If this doesn't hold, and I'm hoping, thinking that nifty can touch this channel again. Let's see what happens. Cipla, we are in a squeeze and need few more days. If it goes sideways few more days, then and the momentum is to the sideway right now. Once momentum picking up, I can see the Cipla making a new high once it's break this resistance as well to here. Once it break out of this range, then we can easily see this 180 190 level. And this range in a smaller time frame, let's check, it's in a smaller time frame. In a 4 hour there is a squeeze as well. In a 1 hour there is a squeeze as well, the tight range here. So once it's break out of this, only taking a upside trade, not taking any down bearish trade, only the bullish trade we are taking. As longer term trend is bullish, we are only buying the stuff, right? So keep in mind. Another one is Dalmia Bharat. in a daily time frame, still having issue breaking this range. The longer it stay into the squeeze, the more powerful it will get. But everything is set up. EMAs are stat positive. We have squeeze there. Momentum is slightly rising. Once we get the support from the Nifty, I think we will see the new high in Dalmia Bharat soon. GICRE still in a range, chopping around. This squeeze is longer than we expected. Once it's just like an ISCL. Once it's come out of this squeeze, we see the new rally to the upside. It just came out over here and next day pulled back and back into the squeeze. Another one is Hinzink. Hinzink in a this is look like a descending triangle, more likely to the downside, but still we have as long as we have uptrend, we only looking for a buying opportunity, not going to sell anything. The uptrend is still intact. The price is just below and near the 20 SMA. We have a squeeze there. Once price cross the 20 SMA and near the trend line breakout, then we will look for the buying opportunity. Right now we're just keeping in our radar, not taking any trade, but we need to look out for any breakout if it did. One is IDBI. So yesterday we were talking about IDBI, but it gap up. So it gap up around like 5%, and then it went up to the previous resistance, and then it pulled back completely to fill this gap. No trade. Couldn't take any trade because of the huge gap of 5%. If I take that trade, my stop loss would be around 10 to 12%, and can't afford that. So, and near the resistance, I can't buy anything. If it yesterday, if it open near here and break out of this, that is the best time to buy that, because you have smaller stop loss like 5-6% instead of 12%, and we can target this 3-4%, and then the ultimate target of breakout this resistance and then the breakout. But right now, as it pulling down, we're not buying anything falling. We're only buying something is rising. Never buy anything that is falling. Ultra Cement still having a resistance over here, facing resistance to break this resistance, forming some kind of cup here, a rounding bottom as well. We don't know if it's going to form a handle as well. Well, let's see what happens over here. If it formed a handle, that is the best possibility for us to trade, because it will give us a tight stop loss. Right now stop is too far away. Even if I take this breakout, my stop loss would be around 3 to 4%. But I don't like this stop. I generally like the stop below the low, and that is too far away, 6 to 7%. And the price is near the resistance as well, the all-time high, right? So from near resistance, the gap is only 1 to 2%, and we have a stop loss around like 7%. So I'm just keeping eye on this. If we get any handle, then I would like to enter into this trade. few days if it goes like sideways like this, then boom, I want to trade on a breakout of that. But right now, keep on radar, hoping it will give us a good setup. If we go in a smaller time frame, still can't, can't see any in a 1 hour. We can see this cup and handle, but not in a higher time frame. Focus more on a higher time frame instead of the smaller time frame, because higher time frame always gives us a better result than a smaller time frame. So yeah, that could be in a 1 hour, but 1 hour result is small compared to the higher time frame. So let's see what happens. Keep on radar, hope for the best result, and if we get more sideway move over here, then I would love to enter in this trade. IFG export, IFGL exports. Uh, Getting a good setup over here in a LGL export. Yesterday it almost broke out and pull down because of this resistance. So looking good to buy just about this range. Keeping an eye on that. Still stop loss is too far, just around 14%. If I get any chop around like same as before, because I like the tighter stop to get a better result of my risk reward system. So just waiting for this to go sideways just around here above the 20 SMA, which is very bullish. Let's see what happens next. Is sub India. Very good weekly squeeze there, and we have a daily squeeze. We have a 4-hour squeeze as well, and the momentum is rising. If Nifty support, would love to enter this trade anytime. If we have any option trade on this, I don't think we have. This is in a future an option, but if we had, then I would love to buy a credit spread, bullish credit spread on this for a 2 months out, and I will hold for the new high, or just like the previous all-time high. Uh, and we can see the 127 as well. If we see the proper breakout of this range, then 20 to 54 can be our target. So keeping very close watch on this sub India. We have a bullish pennant setting up as well. Weekly we can see all the impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. So same happening again in a weekly time frame. And we just have to wait and to be very patient about this. But looks like a very good setup, and I'm looking forward to it once it's break out. And if Nifty, the main thing is Nifty. If Nifty supports, Nifty bounce, then everything will go up. But if Nifty not supporting the trade, then uh, this is look like we having, if Nifty close like this in a weekly, then we having a bullish momentum there, and we can see the few more weeks to the upside. But if we close like negative somewhere around here in a weekly tomorrow, then we have to think about the new strategy. But right now, if Nifty hold this and bounce back, bounce above, then ISUB is the best setup for a weekly trade for I think at least 1 or 2 months. We can hold, and we don't know how long it will take, but generally to reach my target I can hold for 2 months, 6 to 8 bars. So it can give us a 13% result at least. Can be a 1-2 days as well, or can be weeks, but this looks very good. Next is GAEL, Gujarat Ambuja Expo. In a daily, we are having a squeeze, momentum is rising, EM is stack positive, impulse correction, and waiting for another impulse. Weekly, we are bullish as well, all time high. We go in a smaller time frame. We can, if we close above this rectangle, then there's a good opportunity to go long. Our target should be a new high or the previous resistance of all time high. 1 to 1 risk reward ratios, 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio is very favorable for this trade. KKCL is another setup. In daily, we have a very tight range. In a weekly, only concern is a weekly because it's from last year it's been on a sideway, not moving at all. But in a daily, we have a tight range and momentum is rising. We see some kind of divergence in a weekly as well. This divergence and now again. So this might be the accumulation zone, stage 1. I don't like, most of the time I don't like to be in a first stage. I always start with the stage 2. Once the stage 2 start, then I want to enter into the trade. But this is the stage 1. Most probably I will ignore it, but for the investor purpose, like this is the long-term run, this can be a very good setup for the investor thing. See the volume, the dead volume, like over here no volume at all, and suddenly over here there's accumulating, someone is accumulating over here. Maybe if this range hold and break to the upside, then stage 2 will start. This can be a stage 1, and I would like to, this can be 1, 2 and third wave to the upside. So when the third wave start, then I want to get in. Right now just keeping on my radar KKCL. Let's move to the another one. EXO India. Bullish trend, and daily we have a squeeze, tight range over here. Only concern is the stop loss. Stop loss is too far. This rectangle is forming over here. Once it's break out, if you get any tight stop loss on this around 2 to 3%, then I would love to trade this on a breakout. Next one is Schaeffler. Schaeffler tight range is broke out. It yesterday broke out of this rectangle. It's like impulse correction and impulse again. Target can be the previous resistance, previous high, and maybe we can see the new high. Algae Corp. Algae Equipment. Yesterday tried to break out of this range, failed and pushed back inside the range again. Once it's close above this range, then I'm looking for any buying opportunity in this. Right now this resistance, the previous resistance, is very crucial for this. Once it's close above that, then we can go long on that. But yesterday, we can see the volume to negative volume high and push down, but it's all about the Nifty right now. Let's see the next one. Iris. Tight squeeze. Very tight squeeze here. We have bullish EMS stacked up, positive. Price is only just below the 20. Once it's close above the 20, then I will look for this setup. Right now, nothing there, but keeping close watch on this. This is not the setup right now. It was a few days ago, but right now no setup. Just waiting for price to close above the 20 SMA. Then we can see the another bullish momentum coming to the upside. Right now the momentum going to the downside. You can see the red bars to the negative -10. So price is below the 20 SMA, negative uh, momentum, and EM is not stacked positively. So keeping on radar. Once it's close above the 20 SMA, then there is opportunity we can go long after on this breakout. Sriram CIT is another one. Same, you can see the positive stack up of EMAs, green Bollinger Band forming a tight squeeze. You can see the volatility compression over here, expansion of volatility, compression of volatility from the Bollinger Band. Very tight narrow range here. Once it's break out of this ascending triangle, looks good to buy. This is an ascending triangle forming over here. Ascending triangle is always good because it's making higher lows and flat top. So higher low means there is no supply there or less supply. You can see the volume is dying there. You have one bullish volume there, and after that no supply coming. Momentum is rising as well. EMS stacks, so everything is look good. Once it's break out of this, and we want to go long on that. RCF, you have tight range, volatility compression over here, squeeze there, bullish momentum. Momentum is rising. You have weekly trend to the upside. Let's see how it forms. SBI Life. Yesterday we talked about the SBI Life. Because of this long big stop loss, a long low, the low is too far away from the entry price. So if it goes sideways here and we get any pattern, then we want to go long in SBI. Till then we're keeping it on our radar. The last one is OAL, Oriental Aromatic. Tight range over here, volatility compressions, we have squeeze, bullish trend, we have bullish trend, volatility compression, EMS stack. Just waiting for this range to be break out to the upside, and then we can go long. That's all for today. Thanks everyone for joining. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. IEX, you're asking about IEX. What is that? Yen Energy. Here we have this range. Volatility compression over here. Bullish momentum. Squeeze is not fired yet. So on this breakout, if Nifty support, ultimate is only the Nifty. If Nifty support this, then it can go up to the previous resistance of 7%. Over here again, the stop loss is too far away. 8% stop loss. That is issuing SBI and bank. Are you talking about this large range of cup and handle? Can be a cup and handle over here. Same with the bank Nifty. See, if this is broken, this flag pattern is broken, then you have straight away resistance over here. So most probably I would love to enter long on a horizontal breakout instead of this one. Yes, but yes, it is a very good setup.
Good morning. Finally, having a breakfast now.